If your sleep, your hormones, and your energy feel out of sync, your circadian rhythm is likely off. And one of the biggest reasons you're missing morning sunlight. You see, most people think they can fix this with supplements or medications, but you can't. Your circadian rhythm controls how every system in your body turns on and off and coordinates with each other. Without your 24-hour clock staying in sync, nothing stays regulated. In this video, I'm going to show you how modern life disrupts your circadian rhythm and why sunlight is the single most important signal for your 24-hour clock. You're also going to learn a simple daily practice that will help you use light to regulate your clock so your body can restore deeper sleep, steadier energy, and healthier hormone balance. Keep watching. I'm Dr. Bill Berkowitz. I'm a chiropractor with over 40 years of clinical and advanced training in functional medicine. My work is built on one simple truth. The human body is designed to express health when the conditions are right. I work with men and women in midlife who are dealing with low energy, poor sleep, brain fog, weight gain, who are frustrated with a healthcare system that focuses on managing symptoms instead of restoring function. I help people rebuild their metabolism, restore circadian and nervous system rhythms, and realign with the biological environment the body actually needs. You can't heal in the same conditions that created the problem. This channel is about restoring to biological truth. Subscribe to my channel if you want to learn how metabolism, hormones, light, timing, and daily environment can shape your health, and how small, practical changes can restore energy, clarity, and vitality. You see, health is so much simpler than you've been led to believe. We live in a time where we don't even realize how much of a mismatch our environment is with our biology and what our biology requires to express health. Drastic changes over the past 100 years have impacted how we live. For example, our lighting. The electric grid went live only 100 years ago. Prior to that, the only light that humans had been exposed to was sun and fire. Now we have less and less exposure to natural light, and the result, poor sleep, fatigue, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, weight gain, frequent illnesses. They're all related to a circadian rhythm that's out of sync. Thousands of processes in the body require precise coordination with each other and with the time of day and even the season. When our 24-hour clock drifts, things stop working well and lose coordination. Like what? Sleep gets disrupted, both quantity and quality. Hormones become imbalanced. Circadian rhythm is a poorly appreciated but essential aspect of health. The body was designed to work perfectly, and health is the natural result of everything working together. You see, we don't need drugs to function well. Medicine approaches each issue and group of symptoms separately and most often with drugs. But the truth of it is all an indication of a mismatch of our environment and a lack of coordination. Over time, with the advances in technology, if you want to call them advances, we've drifted farther and farther away from the consistent signals needed for a healthy circadian rhythm. And as I said, artificial light has only been around 100 years. Now we use a very narrow spectrum of light day in and day out. LED light is rich in blue light and it's devoid of red, infrared, and ultraviolet light. The human body evolved to receive signals from sunlight. Narrow wavelengths of light before sunrise and after sunset are unnatural, and they're upsetting to your circadian rhythm. Your 24-hour clock, or what we call your circadian rhythm, can't be corrected with supplements, drugs, or technology. This is about coordination of every body process. It's not about effort or trying harder. This is about the correct signals at the appropriate time. This is about syncing your circadian clock and resetting it every single day. This model restores the control and regulation of your biology to you. Your body was designed to express health naturally, and its best chance for that is to have everything coordinated. That's the job of your circadian clock. Your body is always responding to the signals it's getting. We're giving it mismatched or wrong signals for health. Now, why don't we give it the signals it needs when it needs them? Or put another way, the signals it expects when it expects them. Circadian rhythm is an essential aspect of health that regulates how the body functions at every single level. When the circadian clock drifts off, it impacts a wide range of body functions, and it shows up in different people in different ways at different times. The most common impacts of a lack of circadian coordination are poor sleep, poor quality, poor duration of sleep, feeling wired but tired in the evening, fatigue, mental fog, what we call brain fog, inflammation, chronic aches and pains, weight gain, decreasing libido. These are all signals of a poor circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is poorly appreciated, but it's an essential aspect of health because it coordinates many essential body functions. It helps coordinate hormones, neurotransmitters, peptides, sleep, your recovery, your healing, your immune function. And this is all a big reason why we have an epidemic of poor sleep and insomnia. And that leads to inflammation, which leads to weight gain, which in turn leads to type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, heart disease. Restoring circadian rhythm has the power to improve how your body functions at every single level. And sleep is the most obvious daily rhythm, and our mismatched signals have led to widespread poor sleep, which is the gateway to a number of chronic degenerative conditions. The body has so many thousands of processes, and they must be coordinated. Most critical aspect is the timing of everything. You see, a healthy rhythm equals more robust health, and it's evidenced by reduced inflammation and metabolic balance. When everything is coordinated, it works much better. It works as it was intended to work. And the result of reduced inflammation, better sleep, and hormone balance is health. Disrupted circadian rhythm leads to chronic illness and disease. When your clock drifts, the coordination is off. Inflammation rises, sleep is affected, hormones lose balance. It's the recipe for disaster. Circadian rhythm is an essential aspect of health. It's the foundation of health. We've drifted farther and farther away from the consistent signals that our body needs for a healthy circadian rhythm. And the result? Declining health, declining metabolic health. And the answer isn't drugs. The solution is to restore the signals that your body was designed to receive. Circadian rhythm is a poorly appreciated but essential aspect of health. This clock relies on our environment and our daily rhythms to stay in sync. And the most important are sun exposure, the cycle of lightness and darkness, and our sleep rhythms. That's the foundation of your circadian rhythm. And the truth is, we've drifted farther and farther away from the consistent signals that we need for a healthy circadian rhythm. Light is the single most powerful signal that keeps our clock coordinated. Early morning sunlight is the most important to coordinate your clock. Over time, with the advances in technology, if we want to call them technology, we've drifted farther and farther away from the consistent signals needed for a healthy circadian rhythm. As I said, barely 100 years ago, the only light that we were exposed to was sun and fire. Now we have a very narrow spectrum of wavelengths of artificial light, and we get exposed before the sun rises, after the sun sets, and during the day. And this disrupts the circadian clock. Poor sleep, fatigue, inflammation, hormonal imbalance, weight gain, frequent illnesses, they are all related to a circadian rhythm that is out of sync. The most powerful thing we can do is add in natural sunlight at the appropriate times. This is about matching your environment and your daily rhythms with what your body has evolved to require. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to remove anything. This isn't about drastic changes. So let's get to a few action steps to improve your circadian rhythm, your 24-hour clock. We're going to discuss your environment and the most important daily rhythm and signal to your circadian clock. Get outside as soon after or at sunrise if possible. It doesn't matter if it's cloudy or even if it's raining. Look in the direction of the sun. No contacts in your eyes, no glasses, definitely no sunglasses. Your bare eyes exposed to the sun. Try to spend 10 minutes exposing your eyes to natural sunlight. You see, you have receptors in your eyes that have nothing to do with vision. They sense light, and the most powerful light is the full spectrum light from the sun. They send messages from your eyes to an area in your brain, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, and that's responsible for syncing your 24-hour clock. You want to do this every day. This is about simple shifts in your normal daily routine. Get outside early and expose your eyes to the sun. Get outside as often as possible for as long as possible during the day. Don't wear sunglasses. Expose your eyes to the sun. We've drifted farther and farther away from the consistent signals that we need for a healthy circadian rhythm. Make getting sun exposure part of your daily routine. We've drifted so far from what our bodies are designed for, and what we are designed for isn't artificial lighting. You're simply mismatching your biology with the environment it craves and it has evolved to require. This is how humans have lived for thousands of generations, before electricity and before the electric light bulb. This is natural. Restoring circadian rhythm has the power to improve how your body functions at every single level. And the result is better sleep, lowered inflammation, better hormonal balance, better metabolic health. This is one of the keys that I've used to make a huge impact on my metabolic health. This model restores the control and regulation of your biology to you, gives you back the ability to regulate your biology. It restores one of the most important signals to circadian and overall health. The goal of this video was to help you understand why your sleep, hormones, and energy can feel out of sync, and to show you how modern life disrupts your circadian rhythm. You can see how sunlight has a direct effect on your 24-hour clock and your body's ability to regulate itself. You saw how introducing more consistent exposure to natural sunlight each day can help restore deeper sleep, steadier energy, and healthier hormone balance. You also learned simple, practical steps you can start using right away to get more sunlight into your daily routine without supplements, without drugs, or technology. Leave a comment for me. Tell me which change you're going to make first. And if you got value from this video, please like it and share it so more people can understand how simple daily signals shape their health. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to learn how metabolism, hormones, light, timing, and daily environment shape your health. How small, practical changes can restore energy, clarity, and vitality. Health is so much simpler than you've been led to believe. The next video you should watch is this one: how blue light disrupts your circadian rhythm and what most people miss about it. Go watch that video next.